Recording in. Today is Flowing Friday. Welcome, welcome. So glad everyone is here. And we're going to go ahead and start with a meditation. So find your space, get your space ready. Ideally, for the meditation, you are sitting down if possible. And we're going to let ourselves find alpha brainwave state in this meditation. So in this meditation, we will soften or close the eyes, taking several deep, slow breaths in and out. And we're going to really expand time today. So this meditation will be just a couple minutes shorter than I've normally been guiding, so we can really get extra minutes to expand each second into infinity today. So I'm going to invite you to take a simple breath pattern where you breathe in for a count of 4. Breathe out like you're breathing out through a straw with pursed lips. Breathe out for a count of 8. We're going to do 10 more of those and let each one be slower and longer. Breathing in, out through a straw, but with force. So we're pursing those lips together. Breathing out through that imaginary straw. This helps to down-regulate the nervous system. Keep breathing. You've got this. And as we keep breathing in through the nose, count of 4, breathe out through the imaginary straw, count of 8. We are setting intention with each deep breath, breathing in and out. Good. That we are entering alpha brainwave states. In addition to the brain, we're breathing and sending energy and intent to the heart to connect in heart-brain coherence. And we are also taking any movements with the body here. Just let yourself breathe and take a little bit of uninhibited movement. I'm called to guide that here in the meditation. There's a lot of restless energy, what's next energy, which is totally understandable, what we're all individually processing through as well as a collective. So breathing in and maybe sighing it out and shaking the head, or if you're standing, moving the body, or if you're sitting up, just take some uninhibited movement here. So just simply not thinking as you breathe and moving any parts of your body, your face, maybe scrunch up your face. Take 2 more breaths. At the exhale, please sigh with me. As you sigh, arriving deeper into this present moment, all the other stuff will be taken care of. And this present moment is all that's important right now. And as we set the intention, I invite you to actually say it like a loving command to yourself and your body, mind, spirit. We are now entering alpha brainwaves. As we continue to breathe deeply, I invite you to do a weightlifting exercise of the face and gently, or maybe bigly, let the corners of the lips come up. Maybe Mona Lisa's smile, and maybe full cheese, even if you're not feeling it in the traditional sense, doesn't matter. Think of it as a weightlifting exercise. Breathing in. Even if it feels fake and cheesy, it's okay. Breathe, keep breathing, and I invite you to keep holding it because it's actually going to signal a shift in the beautiful brain. You'll feel a slight, maybe light or big glow that happens. Good. Yeah, just because we get to be alive. Yes, I love it. I'm feeling the energy. I'm seeing some of you breathing. And you can relax it if you'd like, or keep going. And keep breathing as we now close this intentional alpha brainwave meditation with the question, what am I meant to flow on today? Ask yourself, what am I meant to flow on today? Talking to yourself. What would serve me? You can think of it as asking your inner self, your higher self, your guides. It could be cleaning a surface off. It could be just even a small section of a surface. It could be writing and journaling, planning out your day, your week, your month, your year, flowing through some work or flows for your business, but doing so without overthinking. Writing the outline for a book. I'm called to just name off some things here. Meditation, breath work, noticing your thoughts, just observing them for the whole duration of a flow. So as you breathe in, let's let our mind wander in a positive way and see yourself doing a variety of things or being a variety of things during flow. See which ones call to you, which ones pull you magnetically. And if you're not sure or it's not feeling clear, that's all right. As soon as we start the timer and we say ready, set, flow, you'll be guided. And even if you still feel unsure, my invitation to you is to do uninhibited movement, writing down any kind of thoughts, heart, mind, brain dump, journaling, affirmations. Those are always your go-tos if you're unsure. And the intention as you keep breathing in and out as you begin to close this sacred meditation is to notice any overthinking, self-judging thoughts. Notice, honor them, and as your next exhale, breathe it out and step into action as we are in this runway strip. We're in that, we're about to take off into the year of the horse in the Chinese zodiac year, into intentional action. And we'll go ahead and let the right ear come towards the right shoulder and the left ear towards the left shoulder. And we'll take just a little bit of movement as I'm feeling the body is really needing loving attention right now. And that's our actually a beautiful gateway for us to be and do so much. So I invite you to bring the arms up to the sky or any other movement here for about 33 seconds as we come back into our space. If your eyes were closed, start to open them and keep the eyes 50% closed, 50% open so they're soft like you just woke up. And as if you're coming out of water, take some sharp inhales. Ah, like you're coming into your space. Find one thing in your physical space that you can be aware of. For me, it's a yoga mat with a mandala on it, and I'm just looking at that mandala. Find it, any object, even a pen or pencil. Just become present to it, find the gratitude for it, and then start to get your space ready. If there's any insights or to-be's, to-do's from your meditation you'd like to capture, or you already know what you'd like to work on just to help you anchor it, something to kind of come back to, feel free to jot it down, type it down, or mentally note it. We'll go ahead and start with our first flow here in a moment. And at any point when you might feel overwhelmed or noticing the beta brain waves going too strong or overthinking brain waves, self-judgment, just notice it. Don't even make it wrong. Oh, I'm noticing it. Take a deep breath and soften the eyes and come back to what you're flowing on. Or you can always shift gears if you start to feel like, okay, I'm done journaling, I'm feeling complete. Shift to some movement, go clear a surface. For me, it's clearing a section of the floor from some baby toys that I'll be flowing on and just getting this nursery that I'm sitting in all up to snuff. So knowing that you can always shift in lily pad and it's not ADHD, it's simply just being consciously aware of what we're lily padding and shifting to. So we're going to start with our first flow now. The intention is to have consistent forward movement. Even if you have to take little pauses, that's fine. But if you're handwriting, the pen hardly stops moving. If you're typing or doing some kind of flows on a computer, you're moving forward like the water of a river. It doesn't stop very much. It might just have little bends and pauses. We'll start now with our first flow of, we're gonna actually start a little longer than normal. Sometimes we start with 7 or 8. Used to start way back at 4 or 5, 3 even, and we've expanded it. So we're gonna start with 9 minutes and 33 seconds to start. Then we'll go up to 10, 10, 11, 11, and 12, 12. And in between, I'll guide the short sacred pauses where I invite you to truly pause and rejuvenate your energy. 9:33 starts now. Ready, set, flow. Seven 33, it's up to you and me. Keep flowing, keep breathing. 515. Breathe and choose to feel alive. 5 minutes, 15 seconds. Keep flowing. 254. Keep opening that door to your core. Keep breathing. 2 minutes, 54 seconds. One. We are the ones. 1 minute, 11 seconds. Breathe and flow. Last few moments. Take a brief sacred pause here of about 40 seconds. Invite you to truly let your hands be free, or at least just calm your mind, disconnect for a moment. And we'll just take a few more moments to breathe and visualize filling up the air on tires, filling up a cup of water, anything that serves for you to see just that sacred pause to disconnect in a healthy way. 2 more deep, slow breaths in and out. Gratitude for whatever's flowing through, even if it's not what we expected. Last breath. Sigh it out and dive back in. 10 minutes, 10 seconds. Ready, set, flow. (8:48). Keep opening that gate. 8 minutes, 48 seconds left. (7:53). It's up to you and me. Keep flowing. 7 minutes, 53 seconds. 5:33, keep flowing. 311, 311, keep flowing. 44 more seconds, keep flowing till the end. All right, we're going to take a sacred pause again. I invite you to bring the arms up high or any other kind of stretch that feels good for you to just shift your energy. It's the idea is to take a complete pause from whatever you're doing. Maybe stretch or roll out the wrists and stretch the hands. Whatever you're called to do here, including self-love hug, will take about 40 more seconds. Each sacred pause gets a little longer with each flow as it gets longer. Perhaps bring your hand to the back of your head and let your head rest in the back of your hands. And then as you prepare for our next flow, just mentally review whatever's flowed through, no matter what it was. You can think or say, I am grateful, I'm grateful, I'm grateful. Maybe it would help serve you to say this just as a general statement for life. Thank you for this breath. These sacred pauses are just beautiful ways to expand each second to infinity. And gratitude's a beautiful expander of that time as it brings us into the present. And one more deep breath before we dive back into the waters of flow. All right, we're going to go right back in to 11 minutes, 11 seconds. Ready, set, flow. 7:41, you are the one. Keep flowing, 7 minutes, 41 seconds. 2:44. Keep breathing, keep flowing. 2 minutes, 44 seconds. Twenty-five seconds. All right, we'll take another sacred pause here before we go into our final flow of 12 minutes, 12 seconds. And we'll end just a little bit after the hour there, taking some deep breaths, whatever you'd like to do here for your sacred pause, and knowing that you're exactly where you need to be. There's nowhere else you could be because this is where you are. Keep breathing. And invite us to do a little affirmation flow for our sacred pause here as you breathe, stretch, move, whatever you're called to do. Reflect on what you've flowed on and what you'd like to flow on for the last one. I am grateful. I am worthy. Feel free to internally repeat or whisper or say your own if you're called to. Last few breaths, last few affirmations. I'm exactly where I need to be. It's okay to be me. I am flowing. I am being. I am me. One more deep breath before we dive back in. And 12:12 starts now. Ready, set, flow. 8:23. Keep flowing.
Five 55. Choose to feel alive. 5 minutes, 55 seconds. 2:33. Keep going. 2:33. One minute, 29 seconds. Keep going. All right, we'll begin to pause and take a closing stretch, breathing. So wherever you're at, just wrap it up and know that you can always continue on later. It's very healthy to allow ourselves to pause. So I'm going to invite you to sit or stand and stretch for about 30 seconds. Maybe stretch the arms up to the sky, symbolizing reaching up for the sun. See your feet grounded to the earth. This beautiful being that we are, that is the connection point between the two. Be like taking a few deep breaths and smiling sighs out. So breathing in, corners of the lips up into a gentle smile and sigh it out. Ah. So it has that happy sigh energy, which is to find gratitude for whatever flowed through. And then if you need to, jot any thoughts down of like immediate things that popped in or that you started on that you'd like to keep on. And anything else in a really mini morning pages or grand rising pages, the artist way technique. If you'd like to write it down or mentally note it, we'll take a little section here to do that here. Could also be a little bit of your top 3 priorities or to-dos for the day. And remember to write down a to be or mentally note a to be, a word or intention, clarity, grace, ease, breathing, flowing, pausing. Write down anything else you need to write here, and then we'll open it up for shares as everyone writes down what flowed through or notes it in their mind. And any accountability buddy goals or commitments moving forward they'd like to share and have us hold space for, whether that's to-dos, business work, creativity, internal healing, growth journey. For me, I had a really diverse flow. My ego called it random at first. But yeah, I have the baby here. Sometimes my husband is here during flow and sometimes not, depending on his schedule. So I had the baby, and right now he's actually asleep on me nursing. And he went through various things during his flow that allowed me to either flow through a little work, a little cleaning, or not, or being with him, even playing with him for one of the flows. So I'm grateful to find the diversity in that is the way I'm choosing to reframe. And also, part of it is just me while I'm checking in with you guys, obviously leading it, just breathing and sensing you all and sending beautiful bubbles of light and energy in this. I'm seeing like this big, big container of light and water and then flowing river that's connecting us all across the different geographical places we are, from Virginia to Colorado to Canada to Florida. I know Sage is on and she's in Florida, so it's so awesome. And just sending all the love. And if anyone else would like to share, feel free to come off mute, but you could also type it in the chat or share with me one on one after, because this is also a small little space to share intentionally, maybe 1 to 3 minutes, anything that how it went and anything you're committed to moving forward. So feel free to just share in either way. Mom, did you come off mute? Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, I'm at the ocean now, the Atlantic. I walk when I was coming here at that hotel, I saw a sign that says welcome to the Royal Court of Amaranth. So I really was curious as to what that was, because I have done a lot of work with amaranth plant and cooking it and growing it. And I know about it, some about its historical significance. So when I got here, I ended up, even though it's really cold, I walked all the way to the hotel, the Wyndham, and I went inside and I asked the front desk, and they didn't know. But then a lady who was attending the conference heard me, and she came and talked to me and said, I can tell you. And she said that they were a Masonic group that does work to do fundraising for diabetes. And then I asked her why amaranth, and she said that amaranth stands for immortality, and that's why they chose it. And she even had an amaranth symbol on her name, the nameplate, or yeah. So I thought that was
Whoa.
really interesting because we've heard a lot about the Masons and how they're actually, associated with a lot of darkness, especially at the very high level, sort of like the Vatican, you know. So she said, well, anyway, she was really nice. It was interesting because she was wearing like this evening gown, not evening gown, but it was like anyway, it was really like an interesting outfit. And so
Wow,
that's
that all happened during flow for you, and it felt like a movie of synchronicity.
well, it did. And I'm already back. I can't, it took me a while. It didn't take long to get to the hotel. But once I got there, I had to walk all the way around. And then I ended up talking to her. And I'm already back at the ARE practically. I just have to cross the street, even though it's windy. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. And
And
she
I
said,
love it. Go
uh,
ahead, Mom.
that I could look it up. The Royal Order
Yeah.
of Amaranth. and would find out information on it. But to me, that was
Wow.
interesting because the Masons, so many of us know there's darkness behind it. So, but there's also
But
doing good.
also,
But the good
right.
things to
Yeah.
me aren't that good because I said, who are you giving your your fundraising money to for diabetes? And she said one thing she said is the American Diabetes Association, which
Right.
yeah, they're probably okay, but still. But she did say they were
Yeah.
doing funding on DNA. So that could be dark too. I don't know. And they may
Well,
not even know it.
right. Yeah, I mean, regardless of worrying about all that, it feels like it's a synchronicity for you. Not so much looking into all that is just what I'm coming to, but just the connection for you with the symbol, the waking dream symbol of Amaranth, since you've done a lot with Amaranth and the cool message of
Well,
immortality and the spirit being immortal. So that's
right,
just my
that's true.
invitation is to not
But
so much worry about all
I
that,
was
just that
I was
symbol for
surprised
you.
that it was a Masonic group that used that or that used that symbol for their, I guess, for their part of the organization, because I'm sure that organization is huge, and this is just one small part of it.
Right. Cool. Thanks for sharing. And I'm glad you were doing movement during your flow, 'cause that's something I want to get out and do today. So we're all benefiting from your walking.
Well,
Would anyone else like to share anything that came through during flow or any commitments or goals? I know we went a little longer today as I made each flow a little longer. And so we had a few awesome people chop off, but they'll be going on and flowing in their day. Anyone else want to share anything? Rosalie, Heather, or Marlene that's still on, feel free to unmute if you would like to.
So I will real quick. Um, it was, yeah, my first one. So um, I didn't know what I was going to get done, but I did not. I have this exercise thing I committed to. It's more like a somatic release. And so I allowed myself to just finish that. And honestly, it took almost the whole flow, which surprised me because it's supposed to be a 30-minute exercise. So I feel like instead of expanding time, I contracted it, but that's okay because I needed to get it done. And yeah, that was weird. But yeah, I got it done.
That's
So
awesome.
I,
And
I felt happy
sometimes I
about that.
notice in our experience of expanding time, it's sometimes expanding our experience and state of being. So yeah, sometimes it can have either experience of, oh, whoa, I got 2 hours worth of work done in an hour, or that felt like it was way longer, but also it can feel a lot shorter. So there's not necessarily a rule of how long it feels. As in my experience of leading these now for several years, 5 years, um, sometimes it's exactly like you said, where you're like, whoa, wait, what happened there? And it's because the time is so fluid, and sometimes it's just the breadth of experience of like the depth of how it felt versus exactly the linear time clock, so to speak. So it sounds like you had a really great somatic release, which is very much related to me for like a kind of like a ripple effect of time. So sometimes it does happen. You're like, wait, that should have only been like 30 minutes, but it was like an hour. Because we've all
Yeah.
had experiences here with time shifting.
Yeah, I am having so many weird experiences with time shifting. Usually it's going faster than I think. But you know what? I took the time. It was good. It was needed. And I feel really happy about that. So
Awesome.
thank
Ooh,
you.
mom, show me the ocean.
okay. Can you see it? I'll go.
Oh, yay.
I'll
That's
go.
time expansion right there. Yep.
Are other people seeing it?
I
Well,
am.
everyone else had to hop on, so but Heather
Yeah.
is, so me and
I
Heather.
need
Yeah.
I need to go, but thank you so much. And I do see that ocean. What ocean is it?
Yeah.
Atlantic.
Atlantic.
The Atlantic. Okay.
Well, thanks,
Awesome.
Heather, for coming, and I'll connect with you after if you'd like to keep coming, and excited that you came today.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
All
Bye.
right. Bye. I have to leave.
Well, that's cool, Mom, that you walked that whole time.
Then I even asked the question. I had to go inside the hotel And that took a while, and I still got back here before it's over.
Yeah, so you had a kind of like opposite of what she was saying, where it was expansive in the way that felt like it maybe should have taken longer than it did.
Uh-huh.
I'm in the Archer's bedroom right now sleeping, and he's asleep on me on the recliner, so I'm gonna try to get him into a nap.
Okay.
But that's cool. You had that synchronicity,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna hop off. Love
Okay.
you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.